The old lighthouse keeper, Silas, had been alone on the jagged coastal rock for 30 years. He'd seen storms that swallowed ships whole and heard the mournful cries of unseen creatures carried on the wind. But nothing prepared him for the log entry he found one fog-drenched morning. The previous night's entry, presumably written by his younger relief keeper, Thomas, simply read, "The light it hums tonight." Silas frowned. The lamp was a complex mechanism, meticulously maintained. It didn't hum. He checked the tower. Thomas was nowhere to be seen. His oilskins were still hanging by the door, his boots neatly placed beneath. Odd, Silas radioed the mainland, reporting Thomas missing. They promised to send a boat at dawn. Alone again, Silas felt a prickle of unease. He climbed back to the lamp room. As he approached the massive lens, he heard it. A low, almost imperceptible hum vibrating through the metal and glass. It wasn't mechanical. It felt organic. He placed a hand on the cool surface of the lens. The humming intensified, and a faint vibration tickled his palm. He checked the power source, the gears, everything. All normal. Yet the humming persisted, growing slightly louder. A resonant drone that seemed to burrow into his skull. Later that day, the fog remained thick, a suffocating white blanket. Silas tried the radio again, but it was dead. Static hissed from the speaker, mocking his isolation. The humming in the lamp room had become a palpable thrum, and now he could hear it even down in his living quarters. He started seeing things in the periphery of his vision, fleeting shadows that vanished when he turned his head, whispers carried on the wind that sounded like his name. He told himself it was the isolation, the worry. As dusk began to settle, painting the fog a sickly gray, the humming reached a fever pitch. The entire lighthouse vibrated. Silas gripped the railing of the lamp room, his knuckles white. He looked into the heart of the giant lens, and then he saw it, faint at first, like distortions in the glass, but growing clearer. Within the light itself, swirling patterns were forming. They coalesced into shapes, vaguely humanoid, their limbs elongated and distorted, their faces blank and featureless. They seemed to be swimming within the beam of light, drawn to its intensity. Terror seized Silas. He stumbled back, his heart pounding. What were these things? And where was Thomas? Suddenly, a new sound pierced the humming. A faint scratching from the trapdoor in the floor, the one leading to the storage cellar below. Silas hadn't used it in years. The scratching grew more frantic, accompanied by a muffled thumping. It sounded like something was trying to get out. He backed away slowly, his flashlight shaking in his hand, fixed on the trapdoor. The humming from the lamp above pulsed, and within the light, the shadowy figures seemed to multiply, their blank faces now turned downwards, as if sensing something below. The scratching stopped abruptly. The thumping ceased. A heavy silence descended, broken only by the relentless hum of the light. Then, a slow creaking sound began. The trapdoor was being pushed open from below. A sliver of darkness appeared, widening steadily. Silas held his breath, his eyes fixed on the opening. He could hear a soft, wet, dragging sound from the darkness. Something was coming up, and then a single, pale hand emerged, its fingers long and unnaturally thin, its nails black and sharp. It gripped the edge of the trapdoor, pulling itself into the dim light. It wasn't Thomas. It was something else. And behind it, in the darkness of the cellar, Silas could hear the faint, rhythmic humming, now much closer, and the distinct sound of many more things dragging themselves upwards.